There we go. All right.
It's nasty. It's nasty, it is.
How do you really know?
I gotta do something about that.
Please tell me, how do y'all know?
How do you know? And we're back.
Let me get in this chat real quick. Real quick, like. Let me get in the chat, you. How do you ever really know? Are you one of us? Are you one of us? Up there in the camera? Welcome. What's up, Gary? Welcome to the Outhouse Podcast,
where we talk shit
about shit.
I got no low end tonight.
I don't need to know about your personal life, Ed.
Otto either. Are you in there?
No, I just.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna take that guy's job.
We all good? Sounding good?
In stereo.
Sounding great? Fantastical?
I think I just needed to turn the old mains up a touch.
You gotta crank him up.
Something's going on there.
Gary's loyal. He's at work, he said, but he's still gonna watch.
Hell yeah. Dedication.
Gary! He's a snail.
Dedication.
Yeah. What do we got going on back there? It's a rock symphony.
It is a rock symphony.
That's
You know, the
metal
chat
stuff
always
tonight.
messes me up. The little window makes it
yeah.
look like it's my OCD just cannot stand it.
Hey, you down with OCD?
Me, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Diagnosed.
Welcome, everybody. Media Farm, Outhouse Podcast, where the music in the background is too loud. Let's see where we're at, yeah.
I just saw that snippet from Used Cars today, that movie where the guy's like, and the prices are too fucking high.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, welcome to the show, and remember, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Outhouse Podcast, its affiliates, or even its guests. It's just for entertainment purposes only. That's where I wanted to hold it so you couldn't
Explicit
really see
content ahead.
it. But I had it down here. Yeah,
Make
so
my
you can
hand
make your
disappear.
hand disappear.
Oh my gosh. Look, 4th of July is my favorite holiday.
Oh, didn't work.
Oh man, it's
fuck.
a draft in here.
Majestic.
I didn't bring my
mystical.
quarters. I gotta watch my mouth.
Tip in the hat.
I know,
Tip in the hat.
I'm in for a quarter. I already dropped an F-bomb.
Sucker, I'm right in.
I was going to say, isn't it first minute or like first 2 minutes you can? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
Well, we blew it, so.
They changed the rules
Yeah.
so much on the daily, man.
I
Like,
think next time, you know what? Now that you pointed that out, I'm gonna find out what the time limit is. Then I'm gonna come on with that Jay and Silent Bob song. It's like, fuck to the fuckity fuck fuck fuck.
Oh.
I'm like $9
he
down.
said, he said, man, about to
What
be
in the
down a whole
actual-
dub. He said, that'll be 20 slats for the curse words on the video,
right.
sir.
I'm good for it. Trust me.
Am I really here? Oh, we didn't even do the. My
Yeah, you got to do
quarters.
your
My quarters
sponsors.
is up there. But I'm not bringing my quarters down to pay for
Oh,
y'all.
no.
If y'all must be crazy.
Nah.
So if you drop the F-bomb, a quarter goes into the cuss bus, and it
Right.
goes to...
Now, do they just take quarters, or
Charity.
can we put halves?
Oh yeah,
in
humble
there?
creatures. Why did you say, man? I'm over
Humble
here. I was getting
creatures.
ready to read it off the list. And don't forget, Gattuso's Music and More, 1300 Market Avenue Northeast, where we have a drop box for toys for tots. Ain't shit in it, so why don't you
Come on,
guys
help 'em
bring
out.
something?
You know you got junk laying around.
In a Sparta
All types of
Lounge,
junk.
1101 12th Street Northwest. Go on down and tell them the Outhouse Podcast sent you and get you a bear on us. And Planet Art at 1524 Fulton Road Northwest. Go on down there and get something.
Yeah.
Almost
She's got all
Christmas.
kinds of crazy stuff in there. Don't forget all of our quarters where the F-bombs go to humble creatures.
Now to clarify, she won't like give you something, right?
No,
You know,
you got to
just-
get something like
gotta get
slapped in the
something.
side of the head and you get some sense knocked into you.
Oh, look, we got Lone
I'm just
Wolf.
kidding. That promotes violence. We're kidding. It's just for
It's
Entertainment
only.
purposes only.
We got Zach and Susie in the house. Billy Riggs.
What's up, y'all?
Lone Wolf.
Appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Tom's hemorrhoid has joined us.
I tucked that in right before we went on.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what I did. That's why we was late. I was tucking the old hemorrhoid.
You know what's a
I
bummer?
was signing some pads to give out for the holidays.
I forgot to get a picture for you guys to hold up of that hemorrhoid. He's gonna get it pierced like next week. I
I
think.
said, bro, it's record breaking. Record breaking. Never seen one like it.
He was
ever in
showing
your entire
everybody
life.
before the show. Sorry you guys didn't get
It's
to
like,
see it.
God.
Everybody knows what it's about
It's
in
like
here. I don't know about
thumb
y'all
size.
though.
Thumb size. I think it's got an eyeball on it now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got something on there.
Whole pineal gland, man.
Yeah.
Like, just how, man?
I decalcified its pineal gland out its eyes open.
Yeah, I didn't even know we had more than 2, man. And 3, we have 4
Right.
now, according to Tom.
Get you a
man.
hemorrhoid, boy.
Hey, look, we got a guest in the house.
We do. We have a guest.
Oh, that's right. We
Who
got a
is that over
guest.
there in the hot seat tonight?
Good evening.
We got GRiMM Van Gogh.
Gogh.
That's a great name.
In other words, AKA Swole Monk, AKA one half
That
of
cup looks
Comorbid.
Doesn't
It
it?
does. Look how giant my hand is, bro.
Holy
Hey, listen, Otto might be the real Swole Monk. Like,
We decided to make a different couple camera angle
I got a
changes.
question
I don't
for you.
know. We're still working out the bugs on that. We're not sure what we're doing here yet.
Can I make this the penis
It's all
cam?
fun
'Cause
again.
That would
Oh,
like work
man.
out.
hey, listen, the way it's being gripped right now, hey, the angle is,
Angle of the dangle. The angle
It's
of the
directly
dangle.
proportioned to the heat of the meat,
yeah,
That's
man.
right.
which
It's not
remains
the meat, it's the
constant.
motion.
Right to the middle, right to the point. You know what they came to see.
GRiMM
Stop
Van
it.
Gogh.
You're like a child.
I am like a child. I resemble that remark.
Lionel, I
Yeah.
like the way you say that. Can you say that again for me? Just like, it was just.
Go to your room.
Eddie, give us some
You're
like,
grounded.
He said, "The Van Gogh, go to your room."
GRiMM
That was Red
Van
Foreman yelling
Gogh.
from the basement. He's down there drinking beers.
Man.
red on the head beats fire. in the
GRiMM
hole.
Van Gogh. We got GRiMM Van Gogh.
Red
in
Rocket.
The hot seat.
Yeah,
Red Rocket,
that's the mighty mortar missile, the red rocket.
Mega Missile.
Got the red rocket of love.
What is happening right now?
Hey, we just displaying our love. You
That's
know,
right.
that's what we do. You know, just like y'all displayed y'all's love to me tonight
Like to
to have
thank-
me on here. You know,
Yeah.
Look, I'm interrupting again. I love doing that.
No.
I'd like to thank Red Reality back there. She's running the old camera changer.
Yeah.
Changing
shout
it
out
up.
Red, man. She doing
She
her
stepped
thing.
in at the last second, was like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
We got Jimmy and Alex, and Johnny was here for a second. Said he's
Johnny will
coming
be
back.
Yeah, somebody's car broke down. I told that dude, I was like, bro, you need to get an old bread truck and turn it into a mobile mechanics dude and charge these cats, man, because he's constantly helping somebody stuck on the road. I swear there's a business in it.
I'll have to start
You heard it
charging.
right here first.
About to start charging.
Johnny's
Mobile mechanic, bro. I'm telling you, there's so many people would need it broke down on the road. Now, I don't see none around. Do you? Have you?
Yeah, there's one.
You
in
make
there.
a fortune. You hear me?
Do you hear him though?
Because they need it done right now.
At this very moment. In this
Wow,
time.
he's
This
working
Because
is-
they're
on that.
broke down on the side of the road.
Me and you got.
You hear me? For those in the back,
that 24-hour rib.
you guys that like to tinker and work on shit, that's a.
I just
can't
read
lose.
your shirt.
I assure you, we're open.
I love Kevin Smith.
Not in
man.
my story, you
Love
don't.
Kevin Smith.
You said tinker. That made me think of when my kids are on their phones.
Stinker.
In the commode. Yeah, that's the tinker.
In the commode.
stinker. That's the tinker stinker time.
Oh,
right
I
there.
thought you
Stinker,
had that.
stinker.
What'd you do? Speaking of,
The
What?
toilet?
you never did get that or what?
What?
You went
Yeah.
out there and forgot, didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's right. We got something to add.
I don't know where we're gonna put this son. of a
This thing
bitch.
is the shit.
Media firm talking shit about shit.
Yeah. Put your mic up to it.
I recognize
I
it.
know that.
Speaking of
These guys
shit,
are over here killing us.
my aunt actually has something in her bathroom that says
Right.
"Shit and split." This is not an internet cafe.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Like, so
That's
you
a
know,
good bathroom sign. I'm
again,
digging
yeah.
that.
like, hey, we're here. We're not here to mess around. We're here to shit. All your problems being washed away.
Speakers in the back there.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
All your problems being
Ed's
washed
no
away.
engineer over
Yeah.
here.
You hear that?
It's a toilet flushing, okay?
Yeah.
It kind of
that.
sounds like one of those old Halloween albums with the.
Where we
Making a
That's so
transition
funky.
into the darkness of the
shit.
credit.
The darkness, all right.
Oh, I forgot my kids clicker. Hold on. I always got to leave for something.
There
There
it
he goes.
is.
There he goes. There he
Yes.
goes.
Yes.
Damn, is this a regular thing?
Every show.
Y'all be making bets on?
Every show.
Probably should. How long it will take before Tom has to leave his chair?
Right.
We should do a little parlay thing like that.
I was gonna say, man, how much do y'all think y'all would make
I
off
don't
of
know.
that?
I don't know. I know you're getting up, so
That's for
lot.
sure.
Making a good bit of dough. Man.
And then and I like to say, kids, I broke the pattern. I got a truck from a little help from a friend. Old Automotive over there found me a truck.
auto.
We went and got that sumbitch last night. Just gotta get that title done, son.
Locked and loaded.
And I'll be picking up them dollar bills laying on the road.
Now, everybody out there in viewership land, when you got some old washing machine or like preferably like heavy steel or copper or whatever, you look up the old media farm and Tom will
Yep.
get that out of your hair for you.
I'll come
Yeah.
get it from you.
Yeah.
Move it on out.
Just like those commercials where they're like, if you've got some spare gold that you want to send in, like, you ever see those commercials?
Yeah.
Who's got spare gold? Like,
Spare
honey,
gold.
where's the spare gold at? I know I left that around here somewhere. But
It's
Oh,
in
it's
your
crazy.
top drawer beside the socks.
no, if it's in,
And we know you ain't got socks in your top drawer. We know what's in the
We
top
know what's in
drawer.
the top drawer.
it's tartar sauce. Just ask
Yes, sir.
Christian. You got some tartar
Toys
sauce.
and tartar sauce.
Speaking of junk, though, that's like a big staple of Canton. Like,
Absolutely.
you can
A
put
junk
something
drawer.
out on the curb. People who have never moved here, they'll be like, "Oh, this shit ain't gonna get picked up for another day or so."
Shit.
Listen, I'm a living testament.
Shit.
You know how many times? Whole
Minutes.
refrigerator, whole
Minutes.
bed, all
Minutes.
that. 3 minutes.
Yep.
3
tops.
minutes,
And it's so crazy because they really don't come until like you're all the way back in the house. Like if you're near it, they won't come. But when
Right.
you leave, that shit is gone next time you go
Shit,
outside.
not me. I'll be like, yo,
Let me holler at you.
let me load this in this pretty red truck. Yeah.
I take it all.
yeah. Let me tell you the best thing about the best thing about getting that truck last
They're
night
all raggedy over there.
is when I was negotiating with the guy to get the truck, I made him throw in his old washing machine too. So literally came with a wall.
That was wild.
Dog.
Yeah, it was
Listen.
literally out in front of the house where I bought the truck because I bought the truck to scrap. There was a scrap washing machine on the curb right there where we was
Yeah.
getting it.
Double fucking whammy,
And I was
man.
like,
Bam.
Double
Yo,
whammy.
I
I
said
got you, bro.
X
I'm a mark.
amount
I
and the
got
old washing machine.
you.
He's
We
like,
take dollar
deal.
bills
He was
too
like,
once
let me
we
get that.
up there.
deal. Yeah.
That's really see, even just to it seems like everybody knows somebody with a scrap truck. And
'Cause-
that's just what it is. It's like it's
Right?
such a business here. Like and a lot of people they don't even charge for
Because-
it. They just do it. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's very lucrative.
Because America went to shit and we started buying all the junk from China,
Yep.
and it ain't no good in 5 years. It ain't worth nothing but to scrap it out.
Disposable.
cheap, man.
Disposable.
Did I say that?
Don't make me get into the 2050 plan and all that.
Here we go.
See, look, we
That's,
going.
that's the second half of the show. We get into conspiracies and all that.
Oh, ooh, hey.
We got
But
Zach,
the first half,
Yeah,
Zach
that's right.
Chorus music.
All about
Who's
it.
Zach Course. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Zoffi.
Hey, Zoffi.
Have you've heard some of our phone pranks?
Yeah.
He was one of
Yeah.
them. He's the one that got me started when I first started doing the internet radio. He came over and was like, here's an Adobe Audition. Here's this, because I was still using some old scraggly. I'm like, and he's like,
Windows
no, man,
Moses.
here.
Splitting
he
the
hooked it
sea.
up and did my intro and all kinds of shit. And then me and him and Ed's brothers and all them did all them phone pranks.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
I got to get through them and edit them up and get them up there. I got another one, but them guys was harassing me. Oh, the women, you know what? I'm putting them up anyway.
The more offensive,
man.
Taby and you gay ass mother.
Oh,
He
man.
said, "Ooh,
Bring
hold
it.
on. We came to bring the pain. Is that what we doing? You bringing the
I
pain?
don't care. Each to his own, but I'm going to make fun of you. I don't care if you're gay, you're not gay, white, black, green, yellow. I'm an equal opportunity hater. I'll make fun of everybody. I don't care. I make fun of myself.
He said nobody's safe.
Right.
Nobody's safe, chump.
Nobody.
In the famous
can
words of
cancel me if you
EPMD.
want, and that's fine, but whatever.
Famous words of EPMD. Nobody's safe, chump.
That's right.
I love you
real.
all, but I'm going to crack on you.
Right?
Hey, listen.
Please crack on me because
Come from a rainbow tribe. Literally, we crack on each other all the time. Everybody's a different
the
color.
best.
Got somebody damn near albino, then we got somebody darker than me. All in the same family. So, hey, we grow up around controversy. That's what we about.
So growing up, you grew up around here?
Yes, sir. Born in 02. Raised on the Northeast. Also
Thanks,
raised on the
Zach.
Southwest.
For some
Did he
reason,
just
my
say
chat's not
born
coming
in
up in my
02?
phone. I barely see it over there.
When somebody just walked over my grave.
I'm a young man, man.
I had like
I'm a
9
young man.
kids
once
by
and see what
02,
happens.
Wow.
He's been around the block.
Last thing I see is Good Evening Gentlemen
I'm not
from
even
Zoffy.
kidding.
I done missed all
9
that
kids
other
by
shit.
02,
Eight.
man.
I don't know,
So
yeah.
my dad, this man has 8, including me, and I'm the
Wait.
youngest. I'm the
That I
youngest.
know of.
Children or baby mamas?
Yes,
That
that
I
you know
know
of.
of, yeah.
That you know
Right.
of. You said what?
I said children or baby mamas?
Children.
Oh.
8 children.
I didn't even
He
hear the
has
conversation.
6
I was
baby mothers. I'm not gonna put his name out there or anything.
Yeah.
But listen, man, when I tell you,
I'll tell you what.
shit's crazy.
If I don't tell you anything.
And I was
I'll
I
tell
was
you
born
what.
out of wedlock, bro. Like I wasn't even like I was born outside of a relationship. So like it was odd kind of like growing up and then like I'm seeing all these other kids and shit. I'm like, man, y'all parents is regular? Like that I got my mom, bro. Like
That's why
so-
I date black chicks, because I don't have to meet their dads.
he's like, man, hey. He said,
Hey,
hey, it's a guarantee. He said, I'm gonna put my life on the
Just
line
kidding.
right
Just
here.
kidding. Fuck.
He was like, I guarantee if I met a black woman, she ain't got no father, so I'm on it. But nah, man, like if I had to really like put my finger on it, it's so crazy how like even it is all around for like people who just don't have dads. This shit is crazy. Like I didn't know until I got older, like how many different races deal with that. Like I didn't know that it was just outside of my race. Like I thought, and plus it has to do a lot with the media and just how they portray like our culture and all that. But man, it's common. It's real common. But one thing I will say, I do feel like that shit made me like tougher. Like, cause my mom, she had to be the one to be like, hey,
Doing all
sucks
this
for you, dog.
Yeah, right.
But no, like I do personally feel like to even just know of them, know of your parent that you don't know or know of your parents or anything of that sort, I do feel like that definitely can help.
Absolutely.
Especially just like learning about who you are, who your family is, things of that nature. But I will say, man, that shit toughens you up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, me and you talked about it a little bit outside, and
Yeah.
these guys know the guy that I thought was my dad till I was 43 wasn't my dad. So one thing I can tell you is when who you are is a lie, you can't be you.
Can't be you, right?
Right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. Just knowing that no one's...
That's how you become your most authentic self, is just, perfect example. I was in Detroit the other day. That's the other side of my family. That's where they're from. They're from Detroit. I have family in Georgia,
Spent
Mississippi.
a lot of time up in Detroit.
Yeah, man. Like, and for a very long time, I didn't go up there. The last time I was up there, before recently, these past 2
Didn't know
times,
Jimmy went on
it's
a
like
drone.
2020, maybe. It was about like 2020. But as I got older, man, like I started to realize, like, I want to know my heritage. I want to know who these people are. I want to know who my family is. I want to know what they deal with, like just all types of shit. And it really helps you understand yourself as a person, because it's like you might think you're the only one who feels the way you do. You got a distant cousin, they just like you. And it's like, damn, this is in the family? Shit. Gets deep.
My favorite part of the drive up there is when you see that giant baseball.
How to do sound, man.
Dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
like
it's in
Lincoln Park
towards Toledo.
area.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's dude, like
you
just
know you're
driving.
getting close. It's like, oh, there it is.
It's like it's a checkpoint.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
it's just like, dog, this ride up here is fantastic. It's beautiful. But,
I had a lot of fun up there. I won
Zach.
a Corvette off a radio station up there. I won all kind of tickets
Mm-hmm.
because I was driving around for the occupation I had at that time. So I was able to make all these phone
make the
calls.
call,
all the
like,
time.
man.
What are you doing over there, Tom?
It's weird. You can see that pole. Zach says Greekish word of the day, refrigitary for refrigerator.
Refrigitary.
Refrigitary.
Get it out of the
Ah,
refrigerator.
Refrigitary.
Give me some feta cheesy. I some refrigitary.
People don't realize how much stuff there is to do in and around Detroit too.
Bro,
That's
man.
a happening town.
And I was sitting there and
Yep, you can
I'm
get
like,
robbed, you can get
whole
stabbed,
bunch
shot.
of shit all in
you
the
can
same
get that,
day.
right?
Listen, the first day that I went back
There's
up
all
there
kinds of shit
recently,
to do in Detroit.
too much shit to do in Detroit. Man, listen.
No, I've never been there. I'd like to go check it out, though. I'd like to
But-
go get robbed once.
Hey, listen, the first day you there, somebody
been
might
robbed
ask
in
to
Canton
wash
a few
your car
times.
for $10.
Right.
Don't accept it,
Don't
because then they
accept
gonna see you again.
Right.
And if they see you again, they begging you again. So you got to be stern with them, like, nah, bro.
Man, I used to have fun going rush hour traffic on
Get off my
75 through
triangle, man.
Detroit, going
Listen.
like 90 mile per hour, and people.
We got to
passing
talk
you.
about the speed.
Yeah.
The speed. We
Need
think
for
people
speed.
speed down
you
here.
like speed, man?
Like,
Speed.
listen,
Yeah.
the speed up there is
Speed.
insane. I can't imagine being off of methamphetamine while
Oh my
just
gosh. Right.
zooming through an I-70. You know, the cops up there, they actually literally, they do not patrol after a certain time.
I'll bet.
Because that's how fucking bad it is. Like, there are 600,000 people in Detroit compared to, let's just say, I don't know the exact number, but let's just say they have like 5,000
Keep it up,
cops.
Cratchit.
Like, how do you deal with that? Like, at night, this shit's the real purge. Like,
Right.
what do you do?
Right.
But
So for fun, I would go down off Gratiot and some of those
Mm-hmm.
roads downtown and walk around the block. You know what I mean? And just
Mm-hmm.
see what would happen if I could make it back to my car.
bro, and it's really crazy that you can do that. Like, you can bet in your
Every
head,
week
like,
I
man,
forget how to do
I
it.
guarantee if I walk around
too.
this block another time, somebody's going to say something or something is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
And man, like, when I tell you, just me being up there again, like, you want to know what's really messed up? It felt just like home.
Crop dusting.
It just felt just like here.
It looks like she's
Just on a
holding
bigger
them up.
scale.
Right.
Just like,
Dusting.
and it sounds
do
really
that?
sad, but you
These guys
know.
over here farting or something. What are you doing?
No, I was laughing.
Hey, listen, he did bring out the
What's going
toilet.
on
He
up
did.
here?
He did. Hey, he might have cursed the show. You never know.
Who knows what's going on?
With that flatulence. But oh man, like the culture there though. I was in the barber shop. I was in my cousin's barber shop. It didn't take 2 minutes for me to already get into a conversation about Detroit. Like, but here you don't really get that. It's like you'll go in a barber shop and this is like everywhere. Nobody really talks about Canton like that. Like
Right.
nobody likes to bring it up as often as they should, and like just the history that we have as far as just football. Not
Think of how
even
many
just
people have never
like-
been in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and they pass that
and
thing
they
100
pass
times
it
a
all the
week.
fucking time.
Right.
That's
Like,
Boom for the puppies.
it's crazy, man. And
So,
Another one?
so back in about 94, 93, 94 is when I
Bless
started doing some work up
Bless you.
there. And, you know, growing up around here,
Bless
I
you.
didn't realize how many people of the sand
Bless
there
you.
are. And so you
Man.
get up there and
Man,
some
just
of them
sneezing
don't
in
like
my
each
mouth.
other
Three.
and this and that. So that was an adjustment.
Yeah.
And I went into one of those AWOD markets. That's what they're called. They're like on every corner. Literally, I've been on a place on a city block where on all four corners of the block was one of those stores.
some lucrative.
I give
Yeah,
you 50
and this-
cents on
this-
the dollar.
Yeah, this cat's like, I go up to
For
pay.
you, my friend. For you, my friend. Special
He's
price
like-
for you.
I had like $100 bills because I was buying a car.
You know what I'm talking
And I
about.
had like I don't know, some change. And he's like, $5. I'm like, how much? He's
Buckle
like,
up.
$5. I don't know what he's saying. I have no idea. So I look at the guy behind me. The guy's like, So he's like, pipe, Mondo Depot pipe. I'm like, oh, $5. Okay, yeah, $5.
Listen, when you want to talk about hustle culture,
Free slushy.
you gotta put Detroit up there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
every corner, I promise you. Like, and no, I don't even know if I can bring that up on here. Let's just say dispensing of medicinal properties.
Listen, you're just making it up because this is all for entertainment purposes, so you can go ahead and tell that.
Medicinal
good
properties,
stuff.
you're on the
Good
corner, you're the corner pharmacist, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is, unfortunately, that's still a really lucrative thing to do up there. And it's to the point, like, even little kids talk about it. Like, oh, yeah, my uncle, this is what he do. This is what my dad does. My mom's even in this shit. Like,
It's a
the
family
hustle
business.
culture is crazy. And it's generational. Like, this cousin, this uncle, this grandfather, like, and to see that transpire into something greater, because
Auntie
a lot
got
of
that
these
good
people,
shit.
man, like, a lot of these kids grow up, that's Fortune 500 companies. A lot of these kids, they don't tell you this, but like a lot of their family grew up hustlers. So that's how they thrive, and all of these companies and so like, what people also don't talk about is like, when you go up there and you go to I'm trying to remember what the museum is called, but it has like all of those companies in there. It's that big building. And I think it has like the Ford Museum in there and all of that.
Right, yeah.
Bro, when you see all that, it just, I'm sure you already know, because you already, y'all be out here. So, but just the excitement of seeing the success that you can get to, it's a motivator. Like being in that building, seeing everything glistening, lights shining, it's dope.
It's big time. So
It's big.
Madison Heights, just north of Detroit, that's like where a lot of business gets done outside of Detroit. So it's like a higher end Detroit. And you don't hear about it down here.
Hell
Like
no.
nobody talks about Madison Heights.
Right.
But the first time I was up there, I go to do business up on like the 5th or 6th floor. And I get in this office and there's a waterfall. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Now check it out. I get in the elevator and the elevator had a waterfall inside of it.
Damn.
And it had the guy like with a suit on to push the button for you. You know what I mean? So you don't even push the button.
Swimming
Like-
pool, sir.
and I rolled up in this place in a
porter.
Ford Ranger with fishing poles hanging out the back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, they
I
don't
was like,
discriminate. If
No.
you in that building, you in that building.
That's
they,
right.
They giving you
So
service.
we did business, right?
Man, it's dope. But
Well, I had a blast up there.
is it? I don't know if this is true. Y'all are older than me. No offense. If this is true, so it's like, are we supposed to be Little Chicago, Little Detroit, or both? We've been called both at one
It's
point.
mostly Little Chicago.
Mostly Little Chicago
Mostly
is
Little
like
Chicago. Okay.
the historical, but there's
Little
a lot
Detroit
of
was just the car dealer down there that used to do the commercials. Little Detroit.
Yeah.
Little Detroit.
Wakeham, I think.
Yeah.
Was.
Cause like it's
Wakeham
always
send me money now.
Meaning that they had cars like Detroit has cars.
Yeah, but
That's what that
remember
meant.
back in the
Yeah,
day,
right.
though, in the 80s, we had, weren't the Detroit boys coming around here? That
Yeah,
one
oh,
gang.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
there's a
They were
whole
the real
tie
deal.
with Detroit that goes
That
way
was
back.
before your day, probably. The Detroit
1980s. I was a little kid.
20 years before me.
They was racking. They was.
Oh
causing some
wait,
havoc up
y'all was
there.
around when Big Meech was around. And did y'all like see that? Like, did y'all hear about that live if it was like going on, or like y'all didn't really like? Not really. Cause like I did hear like he would come back and forth from like Cleveland. I don't
You
know.
gotta
if he's
remember
ever-
back then the media was like the newspaper.
Hell
It
yeah.
wasn't like
There were no
you know,
phones.
It was
right?
like you ain't gonna hear nothing on the
It was
news
landlines.
about somebody in a whole different state,
right.
unless it's national news,
Right.
like serious.
Right. So
But there
it
was
a-
some wild shit go down here back then.
Yeah.
So I could totally see that being
Oh, yeah.
another one of our little titles.
right.
So you were raised here and there, here in Detroit?
Kinda like half and half. Like my mom, she would take us back and forth up there when I was a kid to see my grandfather, my
Right.
aunts. It was definitely the ride there. It never gets old. I don't know what it is.
So
Like,
what kind of music was playing on those long rides, and
Oh
what did you
God.
grow up on? What's your early influences
Listen.
musically?
early influence? This is gonna sound crazy. My earliest influence is 50 Cent.
Nice.
So-
in the club?
Man, not even. My mom was
That's a
playing.
huge one. Huge one.
She was mostly playing like just a little bit. She was playing a whole bunch of shit by him. Like And when I was born, that's when Get Rich or Die Trying first came out. So, you know, there was the Bloodhound. There's bro, it's a whole bunch.
Who else? Name drop.
Old school, just old school R&B. I'm talking like New Edition, Boys to Men.
I saw New Edition live in DC.
My
back
mom.
in
That is my
85.
mom's favorite group. Like, and
Well, I
every
never worked
and
for
like
'em.
there was
Mr. Telephone.
You did what?
Mr.
I said, well, I
Telephone.
never worked for them.
Stop wrong
And then who else?
I worked for Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block.
Oh my! She loved the Backstreet Boys.
I worked for them a couple times.
Oh my! She
Tom
loves
was with
Justin
all
Timberlake.
all them popular bands
Yep.
for like
Like-
a while.
She is, and what's crazy is like, so I didn't know till I got older, but there's a lot of musical people in my family as well. There's my uncle. He plays for a band called Angie Hayes. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Is that a jazz band?
They kind of do everything. Like they're a little bit of a mixture of like they'll do covers, they do their own original stuff. But if it's their original stuff,
I met a cat from that band.
like I don't want to say indie, but it has kind of like you can tell they're independent, like, but not in a bad way. Like they have their own sound going for them. But yeah, my uncle, he's in a group. My mom would never admit this to anybody, but she has a voice on her. Like, and if you were to hear my mom speak, you'd be like, y'all sound similar. You just sound more masculine. And I don't know, man. Like music. My great grandfather, he played the guitar. And what my grandma tells me, he was crazy on it. He wasn't in a band or anything, but it's one of those, you know, personal family folktale sort of things. But yeah, music it's always been a part of my family. Like, and like rap wasn't even, to my earliest knowledge, rap wasn't even really the first thing that I heard. I was more so hearing, like I said, like my mom was heavy into R&B during that time. So there's so many, man, like so many different influences. But if you want me to name like my favorites and like who really truly inspires me, I can do that.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, I've been waiting for this moment forever. Hold on. I'll just name the top 10 that I have.
He's got the list. He's been working on the list.
Yeah.
And it's always changing. It's always changing. Just like
you.
yeah,
Right.
it's metamorphosis in life, in time. Like, but just off the top of my head, I'm definitely a big fan of this guy. His name is Danny Brown. He's actually from Detroit.
I love Grown Up. Grown Up's a great song.
Listen,
man.
like, so the first time I ever heard him, I was.
What the hell did I just hear? He's got a real distinct voice.
Yeah.
You know?
And I like what attracted me to his music was just like he just doesn't give a fuck. Like
Right,
he just doesn't
right.
care. That's always been like the Detroit style. They say whatever.
Well, and part of that too is you got Canadian radio up there where they don't edit that
censor
stuff.
anything.
Right.
Yeah,
You can
they don't
say
censor
whatever
shit.
you want on
Nah.
that stuff.
Yeah. Let's see, Danny Brown, Eminem. I was heavy on the Eminem growing up. I went through, so I was kind of strange as a kid. So later on in life, I got diagnosed with OCD.
Wait. That changed?
Yeah, no, never.
Alright.
Hey man, unique. That's what we about. But so I got diagnosed with OCD when I was 11. So this, like, as I got older, this made so much sense to me. So I would go through these phases where I would like do a deep dive on artists on the internet. I did one on Eminem. I did one on Slipknot at one point. I'm into metal too. I love metal. Next to R&B and rap, like metal is like my favorite. I don't know what it is about metal. It's just like
You gotta hear the house band.
it's crazy. They're going dumb in my ear right now. But yeah. So but back to the topic for my favorite rapper. So like I've done a deep dive on even old, like as old as like EPMD. Like I've done deep dives. Method Man.
As old as they are.
Rakim.
Killing
Busy Bee, Starsky.
Listen, I had gray hair when they came out, so I mean, talk about how old they are.
He was like, man. I'm trying to think of who else though. Nas.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Dollar bill.
Now,
Yeah.
Tom
Man.
knows everything. He can say any kind of genre of music. I mean, Eddie knows everything.
He's
music.
on it.
Everything.
Man,
Yeah.
A$AP Rock. MF Doom.
Stump the
he's on.
chump.
I didn't even bring this shit up.
A lot of F words.
I have MF Doom on my neck. Like he's an inspiration to me, like for sure. Just like the mysteriousness of you don't know if he's gonna be at this show or not, if he sent a body double, like, and just what you read about what he did to the industry, like it's amazing. But
Love that kind of stuff.
it's crazy, man. And then for him to be declared dead, it was just so odd. It just felt out of place. Like the villain, he's dead. Like, but
I just want to announce an epic first for this show right now, and that is that I actually put my cup on a coaster on the table. So
Wow.
he be
Yes.
free balling the cup, dog.
Yeah,
Free
right.
balling the mug.
Oh, and while we're on that, don't forget the 17th Sunday, DB Coop on Chicken Coop Live.
Oh, man.
Then
DB
Wednesday the 20th on the Outhouse podcast, the Heart of Hearts, which is who? That's
what she goes by. That's
That's
my
what-
friend.
what's she doing?
She is
a
man.
fire eater?
Well, first off, you guys are gonna click because she knows all that dark realm and unknown and all
Oh,
that
that
Oh
good
man,
shit.
she be digging
with the
deep into
cards
the
and but she
spiritual
also does,
realm.
right? But she involves plants and things with it too. So she's got she had some real good self-help stuff.
Like she a
going on one
botanist
time.
too?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
You
God.
should see
A woman of the forest.
her place is like a canopy of plants, you know what I mean, like over your head and stuff. Walking in
Sound
there.
like a
Pretty
hunter
cool.
gatherer
Yeah.
for real, for real.
and then
I wouldn't want to mess with her either.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Be like, hey babe, you want some coffee?
Hey Hart, leave the switchblade at home. All right, we're all cool.
She might Jim Jones your shit, cyanide straight to your coffee. You don't
Right.
even know it.
She's you know, Mike Tyson can knock you out with one punch, so she can.
She can.
But you'll be drinking it.
You see what I just did there? That's what she finna have you doing,
Right.
stuttering as soon as you take a sip,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
tried to play her
She's a
wrong.
real deal.
Like, man, it's crazy. She said, don't play with the woman, man, especially if she knows those tarot cards and all
Oh,
that.
man.
I don't play with that shit.
I messed with her one day and I woke up and looked in the mirror. I was a frog. I was like, brr.
It's best not to play with
it
any
was
of
a
that
toad.
stuff.
Yeah.
Don't ever play.
He said, nah, it was even more disrespectful. I was a tadpole.
Yeah.
But then on the 24th Sunday, our boy Seth Bowman, who was in here a couple weeks ago on the podcast. And then Wednesday the 27th, the amazing Mickey baby Nolan. She'll be here on the podcast. And then she'll be back on Sunday, Chicken Coop Live.
Sunday.
December 1st.
Wait, I need some reverb on
And
that, Tom.
and we're thinking about
Go ahead, Ed. Hit that.
having hold on.
Sunday.
See the all-new fire-breathing, man-eating F-150.
Oh,
Man, listen, F-150s, them commercials, the meme commercials they be doing. Oh my God, they're so just, they're crazy.
Do anything to
They're
sell a
insane.
vehicle. Yeah.
And salt the man with the Ford Raptor.
got back and remember what I was doing.
Sorry, we interrupted.
But yeah, she'll be on Chick Coop, and then possibly we might do the Ray Cartagino cooking show on a Saturday. I messaged him; he hasn't got back with me yet.
Ray
And then I realized today that Wednesday, the 25th of December, is Christmas.
He said, I realized.
So I have nowhere to be but here. So I'm guessing it's going to be Christmas dinner here in the show, I
Well,
guess.
that's all right. I'm down.
I don't know who's going to be our guest yet. We was thinking maybe, I don't know.
Johnny
Santa
Walker?
Claus. What are you talking about?
Johnny Walker,
I got
Johnny
plenty-
Bean.
Hey, listen.
We got some lonely people that don't have nowhere to go. You
I got
can
some
come
plenty
over
of
here.
lonely people.
We'll sing
that ain't
Christmas
nowhere to go.
carols.
I'll send them your way.
That's right.
But
we'll
yeah, our
sing
calendar's
Christmas
filling
carols.
up,
Old
guys.
We'll
school.
just get annihilated on the
Yeah.
air and sing Christmas carols.
I like that. It'll be our best show ever.
We're waiting to hear back from the Grateful Dead tribute guys.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
They've been trucking.
Yep, they have been.
You know, it
And
was
a
really
few
cathartic
other-
to hear that
Few
name.
others.
Really cathartic.
Now, he's from a different
Grateful
generation
Dead.
than us.
I can't
so
wait till Mickey comes in.
Now,
here
is she
and
going to
tears
sing
up.
that song, Mickey, You're So Fine?
I don't know. She probably can. She's pretty badass. I'm
I
telling
want to
you.
see her do that, so be ready, Mickey.
She's gonna do good on the podcast. She's hilarious.
Now, listen, I heard her sing, and she's pretty amazing, so, yeah, I can't wait.
No,
to-
that's a different.
That's a different
Oh,
one.
unless you've seen her on the YouTube stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
that's, I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
show you that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Because we got another amazing singer lady that came in and laid a couple tracks down last week.
Laid him down
She
hard.
killed Killed it.
Killed
boy.
it.
Yeah,
Killed
well,
it.
Killed
Sound
it.
like y'all be having fun in here, man.
Oh, all the time.
No, always have fun.
Yep.
Hey, man. Like I said,
As soon
man.
as Jimmy
thank
gives
you.
me some more beats,
Oh shit.
Jimmy.
Listen.
That kid's-
Jimmy Coco Bob.
You're listen.
I know.
Your sperm. Your sperm.
has been donated well.
Oh my goodness. When I tell you.
You know, I tell you, I effed long and hard to make that happen.
You're old now. Does anything but dust come out?
Nah, I still got a little far in there. Shit.
Man,
I got no problems in that area.
your
It's
son,
getting the rest of my body to move.
his
It's a
son is
problem.
different. His son is different. Like
He's a talented
like
individual.
for him to like when I tell you and for me to see so like
Bro, you ain't telling me.
not even a
He
two,
was asking us about planets at like 4 years old and explaining shit
He
in the
was on-
universe. And
see
was like,
look he was on the
What?
same type of shit I was on, so like I was on that type of shit. Like I'll never forget, and this is where the whole GRiMM Go comes from. So I was like 4 years old. My mom can attest to this shit. I'm sitting there. I said, "Mom, why do we die?" But the way I said it was like I knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about. And she
Boom for the puppies.
and she looked at me and yeah, I got you with the
You're
quarters.
down in
I
a
got
dollar.
I got a whole bunch.
We take papers too.
Hey, shit.
Oh, I got
Bet.
Speaking of,
But yeah, man,
owe
I
that sucker.
I was definitely inquisitive as a kid. I was asking the real
Good in
oddball
school?
questions.
Did you do good in school?
See, I did in high school. Middle school and elementary, not so much.
I hated school, boy.
I definitely, as a kid, like, so preschool, I was a badass little kid. Like, I was always doing some shit I wasn't supposed to. Like, perfect example. Do y'all like Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Remember Mini Me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm 4 years old. No, I think was I 4 or 3? I don't remember. So look, right? I get up. So this must have been last night. Before that, I was
Don't
watching
you know that we
Austin
are
Powers,
like a
Those
tiger?
toys.
like a toiga.
A team of tigers.
So at 3 years, I just thought about it. There's 2 things that involve Austin Powers in my life. So look,
Yeah.
I was 3 years old when I asked this question. My mom.
Hopefully
was at
the
Red
other one
Robin.
isn't like a tennis racket. And,
No,
you know.
it's worse than that. So at 3 years old, we're at Red Robin. I look my mom dead in the face. I say, "Mom, why does Fat Bastard's neck look like a vagina?" Then
Red Robin.
a year later, at 4 years old, me personally, I'm gonna
I
be
love
honest.
your burgers.
I don't remember.
I like a
doing this.
man that's 4 years old
The old
knows what a
roast
vagina
beef.
looks like. So, I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Now I want
he was
Red
a pretty
Robin.
advanced
Yeah.
little guy.
it had YouTube, man.
Speaking
What
of
you talking
speaking of
about?
that, I'm trying to get with Stormy
Ridiculous.
Daniels. You feel me? I'm just.
We
But
know what his last question's gonna be.
Right?
Red Robin.
But
Yum.
at 4 years old, I was in preschool.
What exactly do they serve at Red Robin?
They
Burgers?
serve gourmet
I've never been
burgers. But I was a very
Yum.
weird kid. I used to get chicken tenders
Cheeseburgers.
everywhere I went until I turned like 12. And then that's just when I just went full blown. Hey, let me get that triple stack burger. Let me get the fries, the mashed potatoes. Crazy.
Let me get
They
the
got-
heart attack.
They got the fries.
No,
that'll
they're
cross
good.
your
They're real
eyes.
good.
Crazy, man.
They
They're
got the
good.
shakes that'll make you quake. They
Yeah.
got the burgers that
I've never eaten
They-
that.
And,
got
I went
burgers.
through all phases of
weird.
weight in my life also. Like, I used to be really fat. Then I got skinny, super skinny.
I used to be skinny.
Like, man.
And I got fat.
But I mean, like I was like,
Then I got
so I'm about 6'3". That's what they told me. I was like 169 pounds, dude.
That's pretty lean.
I
Right
looked
there.
disgusting. I looked like it was
69.
horrible. Skeletor. No, not Skeletor. Who's the person from Thinner?
From what?
You ever seen the movie Thinner with the vampires? Oh my goodness, I was slim like them, man. It was nasty work.
No,
like-
step.
It was like, damn, did you just get out of rehab?
That's what I got
What
real
you been
skinny.
on? Like,
I did just get the rehab.
like, man, it's crazy, but yeah, you know, that's just to go to show you go through different phases of your life at all times.
When did you go
Like-
through the phase that you wanted to get into being an entertainer, a
Oh
rapper?
my goodness.
That's what I was about
Start
to
young?
ask. Like, tell me about it.
Very early.
Where was
Like-
Grim Van Gogh born?
Oh, so we talking about the name or just like being a rapper and a musician in
Where'd
general?
the name come from?
So
The
the
artist.
name came from, I went through so many different names. So initially, before Grim Van Gogh, it was Grim Messiah. So it was a mix between Messiah and Grim. That was more so like, I'm just a grim savior. Like, I'm a grim ass dude. Like, I'm dark, but I also want to save the rap game. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but then I felt like that wasn't really marketable. I felt like that was too rappy. Like, it was just like, oh, I can tell by your name you're a rapper. Like, I can tell.
Messiah.
But like, I feel like Grim Van Gogh is more of a. So, I don't know. Like when James told y'all, when I told y'all, when you heard my name, did you think it was a rap name or did you think it was just like an artist name? Like, what does he do?
I
Like,
asked what you did. I was
See?
like, so what is he, a
So,
painter or what's
like-
he do?
Right.
and that's what I'm going for. I don't want anybody to put me in like a box of like, oh, he's just a rapper. Like, I want to be in the fashion. I want to be in the film. I want to be in all types
I
of
was
stuff.
picturing a reaper, but instead of like the big sickle, he had a
He wants
paintbrush.
product.
Like, man, but no. So I officially changed my name. So it was Grim Van Gogh at first. Then I thought it was corny. I'm like, dude, this is kind of emo. Like, get on. But then I went back to it simply because it just had a nice ring to it. Like,
But you're not a
Speaking of
Van Gogh
emo-
fan?
Oh, go ahead.
Say what?
It's not because you're a big Van Gogh fan?
No.
What's your favorite Van Gogh painting?
Painting,
Don't say Starry Night.
no, I'm
Oh,
not
you
gonna
know
say
what?
Starry
Hold on, I'm
Night.
gonna-
It was his self-portrait.
Yeah, that's a good one.
His self-portrait, and even after watching the movie, what was it? Under All the Lights, I think. Under All the Bright Lights. So it was the movie that Willem Dafoe played in that he portrayed
Ah.
Vincent Van Gogh's character.
Nice.
But the self-portrait. So as someone who goes through things with mental illness, for me to see that, it kind of made. It just made sense. I was just like, I can tell through this self-portrait that he was going through a lot, like mentally. Like he
He's a
doesn't know.
madman.
He doesn't know what he wants to do. Everybody thinks he's weird. He's a freak. Why does he take painting so seriously? And then for him to pass away, and that's when
Charlie's on
we
the
want to
bass
give him
and
credit.
It's out of tune.
It's sad, man.
Tune for gas.
It's real sad, man.
Ow.
But
Ow, my gas guitar.
I also think like just like my life, man. Like
Which one is
not to
this one?
you know, not to get like all sob story on
What
it,
is it?
but
Oh,
Oh,
Ding,
shit.
ding, ding,
You know.
ding, 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 ding.
I was gonna put up the
Self-portrait,
self-portrait.
Vincent Van
There we
Gogh
go.
for $500.
it's real, man. Like just
Back,
oh
bring him-
yeah, down low. Yep.
There
Just
we
look
go.
at him. Just like look at him. Like you can tell like he was just going through it.
He got
What the
some
hell's
torture
on his
like-
forehead? A horn?
Like man, he was going through it. But
That's where he was whacking his head against the ball.
yeah, dead ass. Like, and I'm pretty sure the reason that he turned that way was probably to not show that side of his face. Like, but I think just on a standpoint of I've always kind of felt like the outlier, like in the class. Like people like they think I'm funny or like, oh, like, you know, you're really tall and really big, like, but you're also very funny and you're also very smart. And just growing up kind of in a household that like I dealt with like a lot of trauma. I won't get too deep, but it definitely, I was more mature for my age than a lot of people. So like I said, like you heard me say at 4 years old, I'm asking my mom, why do we die? Like what 4-year-old? And then you said Jimmy out here asking about planets. Like, so, you know, just to be on that wavelength at that young of an age, like just due to what I was dealing with. And I just related to the fact that he chose to be different, not because it brought him attention, but because that's just what he felt. That was what was in his heart. It wasn't about, oh, well, I care about what this person thinks, care about what this person thinks. I'm doing this for me because this is cathartic for me. And, you know, I just took GRiMM, and one of my favorite producers, I don't even know if I say because he might sue me if he sees it, but his name is GRiMM Doza. And he makes some of the craziest beats. Like, and hearing his beats, they resonated with how I felt. It was like, this is a really dark beat, but it's hard. And when I say pause, pause as in like, it was really hard, like as in the sense of no matter what I go through, I'm gonna make it through it. No matter what I go through, I'm gonna make it. And
this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Yeah. It's real. And just
tomorrow's another golden dawn.
That's real. And you always hope to wake up to the next one, like, because you never know, man. It could be taken away from you like that. And
tomorrow does not exist yet.
I've stood next to it before.
Yeah, it's bad.
Over just like that.
And to, you know, I can relate on that, unfortunately. Like, to see that happen, and in a form of purposely, not, you know, it was an accident or I passed. No, it was purposely. So I think just like your surroundings and your environment, they definitely have an impact on who you are as a person.
It sounds like your third eye was opened at a young age. I mean, for real. You know, why do they call it the third eye? Shouldn't it be the fourth eye? If you're a man.
Say, hey, listen.
It's not your butt out.
I was going to say, when you get up on the camera, man, when nobody looking, spread them, you know, let everybody see what you got, you know what I'm saying? For a small piece, a little bit of change. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm not going to say like my third eye was opened or anything like that.
I mean, you were looking at things that were, something stimulated that thought, because that's not the norm.
It's not, man. Like, and I do feel like I sheltered my mind a lot as a kid. Like, I purposely would dumb myself down because I felt like I was too mature for other kids. Like, be like, yo, like, why'd you think that would? So during this time, I already know what DICK and PUSSY. I already know what all that means. Like,
we got cocks and pussies here.
We do.
See,
look at that cock.
There you go. Yeah. And like, to be that young and to know what cocks and pussies was on, man. Right. Like, it's really crazy. Like,
that pussy's getting pussy. Right?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great?
What you know about self-pleasure? You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that.
Oh, man, the guy, the gimp, he's in the horny clam.
Yeah. He's in the clam, the horny clam, dog.
He's all clammed up. Get you some clam, yo.
Get you clam, dog. Clam chowder. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure, so, hey, listen, if you don't have enough protein, it's not going to be thick.
I'm dying to know, what do you got going on? Like, what do you got laid
That's what
down?
I was going to ask like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Inquisitive gibberish.
But we got sidetracked.
No, we're getting into it.
I am going to be releasing an album soon.
Yours or somebody else's?
Mine. Right. It's called Blitzkrieg. It
nice.
is. Oh man, it's a roller coaster of emotions involved in this album. Your son, Mr. Boss, Dr. Sample, aka James Dalo, executive engineer on it. Listen, hey, he's the boss, he's the doctor with the samples. Listen, when I tell you,
right.
He knows he got it. He got it. Like. But
all these cats want to jam with him. Everybody that's been on the show that does that shit.
When
He's
I
like,
tell you.
I'm trying to finish this album up with this my buddy, and
What's so funny is me and him literally say this all the time. He was like, dude, I'm low-key like a musical WHORE.
Oh,
Yeah, man, you do get passed around a lot, dog. I hate to say it.
He's a whore.
He be getting passed around, just.
He ain't old enough to realize he should be getting paid for all that. I keep telling him that.
Like, man, like if you're
like,
good
dude,
at doing something,
it
make
ain't
sure
like you
get
didn't put the
paid
time
for it.
in. You went to school, you've learned, you're educated, you teach
You
now.
got
It's like,
it.
bro, get
Hey,
paid
Tom.
for what you do.
Maybe you should send him an invoice.
Yeah.
For real. Like, that would be really, like, I want to see him. If anybody out of my friends makes it, aside from me, or doesn't, I want him to be the one to make it. And when I say that, I mean that with my whole heart. There is no hate. There is no animosity.
He's worked
that.
hard, man.
That is the truth. Like, anybody who I have around me, I like to make sure they
he's good
on
like that,
you know,
because he started playing the drums literally at 4 years old. He was playing the intro and like the first verse of Raining Blood by Slayer.
oh my God.
Like he could actually play that. He was like, yeah, he could play it. I was like, wait, I had a miniature drum set with double bass.
When we get back to your house, I need to see it up close and personal. No, but
He's probably
seriously.
ain't played that in years.
But
then,
if he knew it at that age, though, like that's more than muscle memory. Like that's talent. Like that's otherworldly, man.
So
But
you got the Blitzkrieg coming out.
so Blitzkrieg should be coming out Black Friday of this year, because you know Black Friday is always on a different day of the year, every year. You said why? Why on Black Friday? Oh
No. But if you want me to ask that, why Black Friday?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, GRiMM, why Black Friday?
You see this on my pro black attack.
Skin
You feel
tone,
me?
man.
You pro black attack. You feel me? No, but in all seriousness, I don't know. I just like the first ever project. Well, I'm not gonna say the first, because my first one was released earlier this year. It's called New Thousands. So I'll just dive into that real quick. New Thousands, just a lot of early 2000s sounds are on that.
now it's
People say it's kind of equivalent to like the Mad Villainy of like just the local scene. Just as far as like how it sounds by MF Doom and Mad.
Where do people find it if somebody wants to hear that?
So if they would like to hear it, it's going to be on YouTube. It's also going to be on Spotify, all platforms. And it's all under GRiMM Van Gogh, as in GRiMM space VAN space GOGH. GRiMM Van Gogh.
That's where everybody
Van
messes
Winkle.
up, is the GOGH.
Yeah.
The
And that's
GOG.
what's gonna throw people off, man. They said Van Gogh. What does he mean by that? G-O? You're not gonna find me that way.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Is
find
he
me
paint
that way.
pictures?
You gotta add the GH at the
It's
end.
Van
I
Gogh.
thought he was a painter.
You gotta add the GH like in spaghetti, man.
he's
Come
a
on. You can't have spaghetti without the H or the G.
That's right.
Come on, get it right. But
Maybe in
Yeah,
the second
man,
half we can get him to do some
Oh, you
rapping.
know what?
like,
Let's. Hey, Red, take us back to the boys. I want to see
what they doing?
Johnny down there
He
playing
jamming
that bass
crazy.
with him. Oh, that's Tom.
Going
bass,
stupid.
bass and Johnny on the
Going
drums.
stupid.
I was wondering what was going on.
Oh, we're getting ready to cut to
That's-
those
yeah, we
boys.
got-
Going stupid.
It's about time. It's 2 minutes till the hour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's going stupid, man.
So you said well, it wasn't gothic. What did you say? Emo. Right?
So I don't know. Like, I just kind of went through a phase where I'm like, dude, this shit kind of cringy. Like,
Do you
it's
know
kinda-
how many emos it takes to change a light bulb?
I'm
It don't
scared,
much
man.
matter. They just
It
sit
don't-
around.
They just.
sit around in a dark room and cry.
Cry. They cry.
Did you hear about the emo botanist?
Here's another reason why I feel like GRiMM fits me so well, because I thought you were gonna make a joke about self-harming.
Yeah.
Like that's what I meant. But I have that Adult Swim humor, bro. Like, it's
Well,
bad.
I mean, did you
Hey,
hear
listen,
about
go ahead.
that emo botanist that made a strain of grass for your front yard? It's kind of dark, but it cuts itself.
Find out.
Hey yo.
Y'all see, I had to take the shades off. This is my kind of humor right there. This is my kind of humor. That's my kind of humor right there. I need cut him a check.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Sign here.
Right.
Is
well,
the middle portion queued up?
No.
that's
So, give me, before we continue, what's the second half about? You said conspiracy?
Oh, yeah.
That's
All
where we're
that
going to go off the
crazy
rails
shit.
a little bit.
You got
listen,
some?
I
You
got
got
them
some
loaded
material?
up. I got them loaded up. They loaded. Locked and loaded.
Yeah, so stick around, guys.
Please stick around.
Here in a minute, we're going to do that little break thing we do. Let you guys check out the musicians in the back, the house band, the
Gonna be some
animals.
arguing about the flat Earth.
Yeah, and all that good
UFOs.
stuff.
Banana oil.
Shall be
The
back.
Mothman, the New Jersey Devil.
Mothman, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I must.
MK Ultra.
I'm from Minerva, so
all
we
that
got the
stuff.
Minerva Monster.
The
down
Minerva
there.
Monster, man.
Yeah.
We got to dig deep into those.
Yeah.
Oh, we going on break right now? I was going to say.
Are we gonna go? Well, you can go ahead and say something
I was
else.
just gonna
real
say,
quick.
man. Also, be on the lookout. There's another thing. I'm very heavy into like mythological creatures. So originally, what I have now is gonna be called Mythos. So all of these songs were gonna be the names of like ancient, like Yeti,
Minotaur,
Goliath,
stuff like that.
Minotaur. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
stuff like
sweet.
Chimera.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be
cool.
dope. Yeah.
White.
Troy.
It's a little tidbit, you know.
So did you like that movie Jason and the Argonauts back in the day? Did you ever see that one?
No.
Oh,
I'm
well, you should
scared.
check that out.
Why'd you say it like that? I'm scared.
Oh no, it's got all
That's a
those
classic,
mythological
man.
creatures in it.
Mythological
stuff.
creatures.
Oh yeah, it's a good
Medusa.
one.
That's a
Hey,
good
I'm gonna-
stop motion
Medusa,
animation
I'm gonna
flick.
peep that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna peep
Good
that.
stuff.
Real deal.
Vintage.
I'm gonna peep
Yeah.
that. Jason and the Argonauts. Okay.
Yep, you like
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Classic.
It's like what's the other ones that was like that?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of
Clash
the
of-
Titans.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
like
that.
Clash of the
Yeah,
Titans.
the old school one.
Yeah,
It's the same
the
style
real old school
animation.
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
same style.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
hard. Like people hate on old movies so much, and I'm like,
That was
for them
work,
to
man.
sit there
Flash
for
Gordon.
years, for
Yeah.
months, each individual frame.
Yeah,
Move
that's
it a
crazy.
centimeter, take a picture. Move it another
All
centimeter,
for,
take a picture.
all for a step.
Uh-huh.
Right,
That's
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
We've been
man,
working on it 6 weeks now. What do you got?
like,
That's what you
man,
got right there.
Yeah.
for 1 second of footage.
Right. Yeah.
You know how to do that? Hit the middle thing,
Eddie, do you know how to do it?
huh?
No.
You don't.
No.
It's the box right beside unseen at the top. The little
Box.
the little
The
thing.
unseen.
Do you know how to do the box?
You know the box.
The box.
I think he knows how to do the box.
Hey, I did like, hey, like, that's what.
Sounds like Ozzy. The little box.
The
It's-
little
it's-
walk. Bit the head
I
off
think
a
it
bite.
says
Oh, he
hookers.
did?
It's at the top right above the player. There you go. He's got it, ladies and
That's our
gentlemen.
cue.
We'll be back in a minute. We're going to take a break. Let you guys check out the boys.
We shall be having a brief intermission in our feature presentation. We'd like to remind you all there are snacks
How
and
we
light
feeling, fellas?
refreshments at the
We
front
feeling
bar. Hookers and
Energy good?
cocaine in the back room. I know where I'll be. The second half of our program will begin momentarily, a little darker, slightly more sinister. Good times for all.
Be back in a
Thank
minute,
you
y'all.
and good night.
And we're back. Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have a special treat.
Welcome back to the Outhouse Podcast.
Yeah.
Down at the Media Farm, where we grow the hits. Special guest
Still
tonight
hear
is
them guys in the
GRiMM Van
background.
Gogh.
I have to isolate that room one of these days.
GRiMM.
All the other ones are, but that one ain't. This is a small
Good
room.
evening. Good evening. Look,
Where's your speaker at? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Vocal
On the bottoms? All right.
On the bottom, he's going to do a freestyle.
You say
He's-
when, and I'll hit the button.
let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. Check. Off the meds, anxiety high as hell. You see, the mental never really treated me well. Trying to chill where the sun at, but the hard tundra too cold to run that. Now I need the hard hat with the gloves so I can reconstruct that. Gloves with the hard hat is cold. Sun trying to see where I'm at, but it's tundra. Heart said it's too cold to run that back. Had to reconstruct that. See me like GRiMM, yes, we need that feedback. I need that. Horses running with the bag, trying to get the feedback. Had you looking kinda, do what you will with the line beforehand. Just remember, brohams killing everything that stands. Need movement for the plan. Caught up in the jam. Cold smuckers in the hand. But I prefer room temperature peanut butter on sandwich. It's quite dry, cotton mouth. What I got now, she's barking on the air now. Since I won't reply, now I gotta take off disguise. Since I'm tired of seeing the face for the lies, at least at all times. No truth and dabbling of the windpipe I'm damaging. Mine turned to a Cabbage Patch Kid. No jokes are relishing, feeling felonious. When I step inside the place, I lay my words out. Words coming out like I'm playing bingo now. Was kinda acting brass towards the mic, trying to pick a fight. Rush the whole squad out of sight for the firefight that'll take place. Can't let you see what I see, so I grab the mace, let it spray to the face, call the case. Now I gotta do the race again, it's time to be exact, spit nothing but facts. Check the notes and you'll see nothing but that. Couldn't match even if you had cinder on your hat. Ransack the whole spot looking for the brain. Guess I'm going insane. Thank y'all, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, lay it down.
Thank y'all, man. So just to add on to that, that is a song. It's called Goliath. It just means a lot, man. It means a lot to me. Like, just the first lines, off the meds, anxiety high as hell. Like, just to be able to feel that and like to put it into words and to put it into an image of those who know what it feels like to have anxiety, be mentally ill. Like, yeah, man, it's a thank y'all for letting me share that.
Thanks for sharing it with us. Heck, yeah.
How'd it sound? Was it
Sounded great.
it sounded great? Okay.
Yeah, real good.
Okay, appreciate y'all, man. But hey, listen.
I would have liked
Y'all
to
said-
have the audio a little cleaner, but
Whenever we can, if I can get an adapter, hey, I'll do it again. And plus,
he's gonna come do
hey,
chicken
do the
coop
chicken
live.
Yeah, man, do it live.
You're probably looking. You might be first of the year.
Sunday,
because we're
Sunday,
pretty
Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, that's all good. Man. And yeah, man. Once again, thank y'all for having me
Thanks
up
for
here.
coming.
Yeah.
Especially in the last
Spur of the
minute
moment,
notice.
but thank y'all. That's quite the
Bloody
experience.
last minute notice it was.
Coming back.
I hope it was a good choice last minute though. Was it?
Absolutely.
Round
sure.
2.
Listen,
Always good
anytime
choices.
we get an entertaining guest and he performs on the show, I mean that's a
Double
double
whammy.
double dipping.
Can't
right there.
lose on that deal.
Right.
dipping.
Can't lose. You can't. You can't lose.
You feel me, man? You feel
feel
me?
you. I feel
Swole
you.
monk.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, I
Homie, don't play that.
You asked Ernest about that England Ernest, and he said, "Oi, oi, 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 oh," is what he said.
I heard that once.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oi.
he said, and I didn't really know what it meant, but now I do.
Hey.
Them Australian dudes, they go, oi,
Oi.
Oi.
oi, you guys. That means hey.
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, you boy.
We kept messing
going
with the
goonies
AC.
over there.
I think it was the AC/DC crew when they came to the Q, and we kept doing that. Oi! And they'd be looking around. Oi, you!
You want to know something crazy that I heard was a term of endearment?
Oi, you!
When they call you a CUNT, like that is insane. Like
See you
cheeky
next Tuesday.
CUNT, like that is crazy. And they be like, "Oh, you must not be from around here. That's a term of endearment, mate." Like what? Here in America, you get called that. It's fighting words,
Right.
Like my God.
Yeah, I had an exchange student at my school, and the very first conversation, he told me he wanted to smoke a fag, and I'm just like, whoa.
He said, "Whoa,
Right.
brother."
I had no idea.
What do you mean, boy? That?
He's like, if you got a fag, and I'm like, I mean, I think Tim
yeah,
over
I
there,
think-
maybe, but,
Monument
you know.
Park. The fags are in the Monument
But I can't be
Park.
sure.
He said, yeah, you know, if you go up the street to the, you know, the famous bar, you might find a few, but not on me.
What bar might that be? And how do you know?
Stonewall.
He's got a
What you know
friend
about,
of a
what
friend.
you know about them Stonewall GAYs, man? Back in the day, hardcore,
That-
slow, tall, extra large,
People
ready
be
to,
smoking
ready
fags.
to jump on you. Tiger with a gazelle.
Thunder.
For real.
Thunder.
Man, have y'all ever been hit on by, you know?
Yes.
It's like it's
No.
it's so flattering, but it could be so scary at the same time.
Oh, my first time
Like,
was scary. 'cause
Actually, I have actually.
I've been
Now
like
that I-
multiple times, man.
Multiple times. It's
Like-
But I
scary.
didn't even pick up on it. I was like,
Sometimes.
He was like, oh.
afterwards, when I was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker was hitting on me.
Like, and it's
Old
so
boy
scary
gave me his
now
number and everything.
to dig deep into this generation now. Like, you have to be careful. Like we was talking about earlier, you have to be careful about what you say now. Like, when I'm at work, it should
Must
be,
be.
how you doing? How's your day going? Have a good day. It shouldn't be, did you just call me ma'am? Did you just call me sir?
right.
Like, my bad. I didn't know. How do you expect me to know?
Right.
I ain't.
So,
That
you
stuff's
know,
like a year old. We don't all know it yet.
it's
you know what
like,
I'm saying?
I love everybody. Sometimes it's just too damn hard to keep up with
I
y'all
ain't
though.
keeping up.
Yeah, it ain't my responsibility
Right.
to keep up with
Like,
your
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 identities.
pronouns and whatnot.
And I try. I genuinely try, but
I know.
sometimes you just can't tell. You just can't
Well,
tell.
sometimes-
We
if
call
you don't
that a
know-
flipper.
Right.
You gotta flip a coin.
Say, hey, so there's
Heads
a 50-50
it's got a penis,
chance.
tails it's got, well.
It's
the
got
old
whatever.
cooch. That coochie.
Like,
The
man.
hoochimus cootimus.
But those with both though.
Them motherfucker got teeth on
I
and
gotta
shit.
know what the life is like with both. What is it
fangs
like?
and whatnot.
What is it like to be androgynous? What is it like? Man,
I've no-
to do both.
Ed might know. I don't know.
Mystical. Man, like, but for real though, like I'm sure I feel like that shit might actually be fun though when you think about it. Like man, I don't know what to do today. I don't know what I'm into.
Yeah, well, why don't you go F yourself?
Literally.
Good idea.
Like man, and speaking of that, man, I was are y'all familiar with Iceberg Slim? Have you ever heard that name before? Okay. Iceberg Slim was a famous pimp back in the 1940s.
Oh, iceberg.
And I was listening to his audio book.
I only
got
go
a strong
as
pimpin'
far
boy.
back as like
Man.
Dolomite. So
Dolomite mother.
yeah.
But man, in this book, so apparently that culture has been around for years. So in the book, he describes this interaction he had with this person he thought was a woman, pulls down the pantyhose, unleashes at least
The hose.
at least 8 inches worth of hose, man. And he was like,
79.
I didn't know what to do. I froze. He and in the words in the book, he was like, I didn't know what to do. I froze. Cause you know he gotta be all cool cause he iceberg.
Right.
Like, but man, like
I never knew. I mean, growing up, you hear that song from the Kinks, Lola. You know,
man.
and then when you're like singing it and stuff. Then when you get older, you're like,
You're like, what?
wait a minute.
I was just watching a video about some of the most disturbing songs ever. Pumped Up Kicks was the first one.
Yeah.
It like
Oh,
when
let
you
me go
really
back to
sit
now.
down. and,
I'll
like,
finally.
and listen to the words. Oh my goodness, man. We really be making some hits off the most disturbing songs.
And there's a lot of them out
There's
there.
a whole bunch.
A lot of them out
Like,
How do you write? What inspires you to sit down and write?
Life. Like, anytime that I write something, so as James likes to say, whenever I'm going through something, that's when I come with the most raw and uncut and
That's a
real
fact.
life. Just like, damn, like what he's saying, that's what he's going through, but I feel it, even if it's not a direct empathetic feeling that you might have. It's more of like, damn, I couldn't imagine that. But like the way he's rapping, like he's passionate, like he knows that he's gonna get out of whatever he's talking about. And I'm a very I'm an anecdotal rapper. Like, I like to put stories rather than always, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm like that. Like,
right.
I leave that for when I'm just trying to do some like flashy shit. Like, I'm just trying to, like, I'm just.
Zach said, "Good job, dude," and then he said, "Watch the Crying Game. That'll do that something special to you."
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, man, thank you for that. For real, thank you. And yeah, I definitely will watch out for that shit. Right. Shit gets real out here.
Do you remember the Town Manor Motel down in Canton?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there used to be a
we
I actually have a
that
very
place.
messed up story about that.
I think
shit.
That's that
listen,
Canton shit.
You didn't grow up around Canton if you don't got a messed up story
Listen,
about the Town
man.
Manor, right? So
This was when I was going. So I went to Temkin. So this was when the merge first happened. This is when Temkin and McKinley became a thing. This is when they started McKinley Everything in Canton. So when they started that officially was 2016, I believe, 2015.
I forgot they did that.
Yeah. So there's a freshman academy. So one day I'm supposed to be going to get my hair cut around the corner because my cousin, hey, by the way, shout out Mr. C's Cuts over there, right down the street from the YMCA in downtown. Please go check him out. His name is Bobby Cunniff. Does a great job. Anyway, I was supposed to be going to get my hair cut, but instead I chose to F around, find out at the Canton. So look, I'm walking past there. I'm like, huh. So 2016, 2015, I'm 14 years old. And at this time, I'm 6 foot, 280 pounds. Huge. So people don't know I'm 14.
Them damn nuggets, man.
Oh my God. Hey, for real. I was eating a whole bunch of bullshit growing up. And like, they was like, dude, how'd you grow so fast? I don't know.
The McDonald's.
you go
McDonald's.
you walk in the Town Manor.
them extra biotics and shit they be putting in the
He's
damn
like,
food.
I'm
Like,
the
Shit, that ain't even.
them deer ankles.
I'm the round mound to reach
Camel
around.
For
toe.
real. On some Charles. I was really built like Charles Barkley too.
That shit is made up of ground up camel toes, man.
It was bad. But nah, so my dumb ass, I chose to walk past there. I chose to go around the back. I promise you, I'm not making this shit up. So look. The fact that prostitution is more common than people think here.
It's the oldest profession.
It's the oldest profession.
Been going on before humans, man.
What's insane? So when I walk past there, I get a whiff of shit in there. I say,
Sardine.
where the fuck is that going?
Polecat and burnt cornbread.
Another 25 for you. Another 25
He
for
just
you.
hit the F.
Come
Come
on. Yeah, I'm
That's what
keeping
I'm saying,
track.
same
Yeah,
thing.
I'm keeping track.
Come on,
So
Bob
I wasn't
Cratchit.
watching. I was thinking about polecat
I'm like,
and burnt
what
cornbread.
the hell, man? So I walk to the
Banana
back.
oil.
I'm like, yo, what's? And mind you, I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did this shit. I go to the back, man. When I tell you, I've never seen a woman so big on the ground, on her knees, going hard for that paper.
Good Lord.
Oh my.
But what made it worse? Ass out. I'm thinking, is that what the smell is? So as soon as I turn the corner, I see it.
I gotta get that paper. Go on, I gotta
I
get that
see
paper.
it. Look, man, it was listen, this dude had to be at least 70.
Oh my
He
God.
had to be 70. He had to be at least 70. And The face that he made, I'm not making this up. On camera, I'm telling you this. I swear to goodness, I'm not making this up. He sees me. He turns. Tell me why this nigga tries to yell. His dentures fall out.
Oh,
In the middle of him yelling.
Oh,
That's what it sounded like. All I see is dentures go flying across the concrete.
across.
Mind you,
Chompers.
this was in like the summertime. So it's hot as hell. I get the book in it. Mind you, I'm 6 foot, 280 pounds,
Just going-
but for my size, I'm huge,
Yeah.
bro. I was
Across
huge.
the
I'm
table.
fast. I knew how to move. I got up out of there, went straight to the barbershop, and never went around there again. Like, dude. Hey, listen. I had to drop the word to let y'all know how real it was.
they just
Nah,
finally
man.
tore down. Remember, there was the remnant of the wall that you could still go, like up to a few weeks ago, and people be hanging out at the wall right
Yeah.
there next to the little store. I seen they just tore that
And
wall
then
down now.
even
too.
the hotel across the street has so many horror stories.
Oh yeah.
Like, to even grow up, so like I said, Southwest, Northeast.
Horror stories.
I was on the
You nailed it with
Northwest.
that, the horror story.
Too many horror stories, man.
WH.
Too many. I'm on my H.P. Lovecraft, Stephen King, finna make Hood Tales come to light. No, but yeah, man. Canton, it definitely shaped, who I am, to say the very least. To unfortunately go through traumatic things, but also to be blessed
I'm sorry.
to get up on this podcast. For y'all to like even hear me talk about this, like that's amazing in
Yeah.
itself. They can't even have something like
Thanks
this.
for coming in, man.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all, man. Like,
I think we're slowly catching on.
Right.
slowly.
Now,
I thought y'all, but this is beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Slowly.
First.
This is slowly
yeah.
to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's quick to me, man. Like, and you said February.
February 1st.
Right.
To make this much progress?
Got the
It
ball
ain't
rolling.
too bad.
Ain't
Getting
too
there.
bad.
It ain't too bad.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta set the bar high.
If you
though,
go back
know
and
what I'm
watch that first couple shows,
It was like, hey, it was
it's
a
a
cluster.
whole nother look.
It's a whole
Cluster.
other look.
saying? Now,
But hey, them are some funny shits.
now
That's
it
right.
sounded like you told us a story about seeing a mythical creature. Have you've seen any UFOs?
Okay, I've never seen a UFO, but I have felt a sensation of
Me too.
something. It's like, man, I almost didn't end well.
We about to
I almost didn't leave.
About to talk about succubuses.
Almost didn't leave. Listen, hey, succubuses are a real thing.
Oh, I know.
There are plenty of them out in this world, and they will drain you. Anyway,
And
yeah, man.
I've never had the pleasure.
I'm not really a supernatural person. I'm
True,
spiritual, but I'm not really supernatural. But I've definitely had the sensation of being in my house by myself, and I felt something breathing on my neck. And the air wasn't on. It was a cold draft. And mind you, my room so this is when I lived on the Northwest. I was right across the street from Shore. So like this was like off of Cleveland Avenue. So
Oh, it's haunted as hell up there.
yeah, so those are the historical houses.
Right, oh, yeah.
So when we moved in, man, like
know
the
all
first
about them short
I
houses.
put this on everything, man. I called my grandma. I said, and mind you, oh, that's another part of my life I didn't even get into. I used to go to Catholic school for a couple years too. By the way, they'll really jack you up. Don't ever send your kids to Catholic school unless you know what you're doing, you know what they're talking about. Listen. But anyway, so
Wow.
bro, I called
Just
my
glossed
grandmother.
that right on over that.
Heck yeah. Traumatic. But called my grandmother. I said, "Can you read me a verse from the Bible?"
Oh wow.
That's how freaked
That's
out
where
I
you
was.
was at.
Like,
Yeah.
and I had a very vivid imagination as a kid. Like, I had a period of time where demons used to scare me. Like, the thought of demonic possession, like, really effed me up. Like, I
should.
couldn't imagine losing my body to such a dark force. And then when you see the movies they're coming out with now and shit, it's like, what the, like,
Oh yeah.
so corny. But yeah, man, I've definitely had some supernatural experiences.
Would you hump a ghost?
Why would you? Listen.
I don't know if
hey,
you ever see them ones where
listen,
them females that get
listen.
their asses jacked up in there and looks like a
Listen.
ghost is pounding away.
Listen.
Man, I ain't never got to hump
the
a ghost.
ghost,
I would. Shit.
If the ghost of Marilyn Monroe wants to come through, if the
Oh,
ghost of Whitney Houston,
shit.
ghost of Whitney Houston wants to come through,
Yeah.
any of y'all want to come? Hey, any of y'all
He
wanna
can probably
come?
make it happen.
Hey, listen.
Got those
Hey,
powers.
To say
Hey.
my luck could be the ghost of
Careful.
Tom Jones.
what you
For real,
wish
man. I say, hey,
for.
Right.
please, once a week, could you please pleasure me? I just want that ghastly,
Careful.
ghostly.
You get your ass spun up in the air.
Have y'all seen
Like, what
Scary
the
Movie?
I did.
Yeah.
Did you see the second one?
Seen it.
Oh, I think
Okay.
yeah.
So you remember the scene? She was in the and the ghost went to town, man. Couldn't see him. He was invisible, but he was going stupid. She was like, "Oh my god, I've never had that happen to me before." I'm like, dude.
Did you ever see a ghost? You felt one blow on your neck. Did you ever see one out of the corner of your eye and then
Not
you
to
looked
get-
it wasn't there?
Not to get super personal. So because of certain
We're here
mental
to get
illnesses, I've definitely seen some shit. I've
right.
definitely been sleep paralysis. Listen, hey,
We were just talking about that last night.
anybody
I know.
who's ever had it,
I've had
I'm gonna be one to
I
tell
ain't never
you
had them shits.
that shit is scary.
You're like frozen. You can't
It's
move.
like,
Can't
and to
scream.
see something form in front of you.
Yeah, right.
But then to read on like the internet or somebody will tell you,
penis, man. What are you doing?
no, I'm just
grab
gonna
you off
pray.
the bed, man.
move.
The scariest one I've ever had. I was probably like, and I didn't start having sleep paralysis till I became an adult. So it was like I was probably like 20. I'm 22 right now. So I'm laying in the bed.
Double deuces,
And this
man.
was during COVID. So we're in the house.
So this ghost had
some
a
of
mask
us
on, is what you're saying. It was during
had to
COVID.
have.
Yeah.
But what's so creepy about it? So when I woke up, I didn't know what time it was. Obviously, you don't know what time it is. I wake up, so I had this pile of clothes. But here's how I knew it wasn't the clothes that I was seeing. So I thought I seen the clothes moving, but it was something behind the clothes that was moving. So whatever this thing was, it walked around. And I'm one of those guys, I hate unnatural shit. I do not like things that float. I don't like things that how do I put it? They just move in a very unnatural, glitchy way. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, that shit creeps me out. When I tell you,
chicken.
this thing floated around my clothes and up to the bed, and I could see its face as clear as day. And when I tell you, like, I thought I was in hell. Like, that's how bad it was. So if I had to give you a description of what this thing looked like, think of the old depictions of like Satan, like the very old, like extreme detail. Like, he looks like a monster. Like,
Yeah.
he looks otherworldly. Like, for me to see that, I don't know how the hell I told myself to go back to sleep.
It happens, though.
So what?
You do.
And then I think
it's because you get so drained.
just dealing with it over the years, like just dealing with the mental illness I'm speaking of, to be more specific, bipolar with psychotic features, a lot of that type of stuff happens, unfortunately. But I think I got so used to dealing with like psychotic shit that it just, oh, okay. Like, whole demonic spirit is in your room and it's just like,
You know why? Because it's not as scary as what's in your head some days.
it's not.
That's why you can deal
like
with it.
It's like,
Yeah.
for your mind to, sometimes, and this goes into
The
artistry,
enemy
this goes
within.
into the world. Your mind can be the most detrimental thing to you if you do not keep it in check.
There's no
That's
doubt
right.
about it.
Like,
No doubt about it.
for you to be as deep as you are in whatever you're in, please, man, make sure your mind is in check. You don't ever want to make an irrational decision. You don't ever want to do something in the spur of the moment that you truly
do it all
don't
the
know.
time.
That you truly don't know the results of. Now, don't get me wrong. Are there some things that you can most definitely do just to do it, just to see what it's about? Yeah.
That's life.
But if it's like something that's just like, this is your career, this is what you do, like, man, you gotta, hey,
What do you see, Eddie? You probably know. You delve into that stuff. What did he see coming around his clothes pile and his sleep paralysis?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know.
Hey, let me know. What was that a manifestation
I
of?
don't know. It just sounds demonic.
Yeah.
Just describe it looking
Dark
like
demons, man.
Luciferian, you know.
For me, it was in a house that I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
I had them all in the same house. The freakiest one is I woke up and I couldn't move. And there was like, it felt like 1 billion pounds on my back.
Oh my man.
And I look over and my dresser has a mirror on it, you know, and there's like a figure standing on my back. And I'm like, I can't move, I can't scream, I can't do nothing, you know what I mean?
You
and
was
I'm looking
laying
at this
belly
thing.
down?
I was laying belly down and this thing's standing on my back. And I look over and it looks at me and that was all like in the mirror and that's all I could take and I blacked out or something. So the next morning,
That's crazy.
I wake up like, you know, when you just, it's blackness and then you open your eyes and it's, and I got up and I'm like, it was like it just happened a second ago and my heart's racing, you know, and I sit up and over on my dresser was on the mirror was like a handprint of a bony hand.
Oh shit.
And I was messed up for a
Hand
while
bony.
after that.
Like to even like to experience some shit like that. Oh man, like how did you feel when you woke? Like what did you do? Like did you take a breath when you woke up? Did you just get up and ignore it? Like what did you do after?
Well,
that?
when I first got up, my heart was racing, and it felt like it just happened. So I was like looking around, trying to tell myself it was a dream, right? And I just kind of got into that calmness where I was like, okay, all right, it was just a bad dream, you know, everything. And I got up and I walked over to get socks out of my dresser, and I seen the hand, and then it just like. It was like a combination of getting punched in the stomach and like falling
Damn.
down the demon drop
Oh
in
my
Cedar
God,
Point. Like it just sunk me, you know what I mean? So I ran out of my room. I didn't want to go in there for a while, you know what I mean? I made this person that was staying with us at the time clean the mirror off because I wasn't going to go back in and see that thing. Then I moved.
Because it's I couldn't imagine that shit.
Yeah. So, but like I said, like what you've experienced is that's not always the scariest thing that you'll ever see. There's stuff going on in your brain.
Oh, man.
I used to describe it as Vietnam in my head.
It
Napalm.
and if there isn't another way to describe it, I don't know how. I mean, obviously there are other ways, but I feel like that's one of the most equivalent. Like and that's why I do feel like spirituality and your mental state go hand in hand. You don't have a good mental state, 9 times out of 10, that negativity is going to breed into something that you don't want it to. You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. That's where negative self-talk comes in. And low self-esteem. It's a whole bunch of shit. Like,
Right?
and,
Absolutely.
It's definitely easy to have these things happen to you and you're like, what is this telling me? Like, why did this happen? Like, what was that supposed to signify that I need to let certain things go? Was it supposed to signify?
That's the worst part is it's
You
not
don't
like you
know.
can look it up in a book.
Yeah. And what's crazy, anybody who has ever smoked that green stuff, who's ever been told that you don't dream anymore, that is a lie. I had a dream last night, scared the shit out of me. And I smoke all the time. And like they be like, oh yeah, it turns off your THC receptors, or I forget, or no, your REM sleep or whatever it is. It's like, dude, that's a lie.
Well, there's a rumor there's a rumor going around that we smoke mushrooms around here. So that's what we do. We smoke
Hey,
them
listen,
mushrooms.
man. Hey, listen, you get it where you can get it. If you can reach the astral plane in the most healthiest way possible, do it. But goes back to that mental state, man. You got to make sure it's in the right spot.
Show you right.
But man, have y'all experienced anything like supernatural?
Oh,
that-
yeah. All of it.
Let me hear that, man. What was y'all's like?
I've seen ghosts. I see them all the time.
What was the one that affected you the most?
Now, when you seen ghosts,
When I was a
it the-
kid, it was probably the first time I don't know if I ever told this story either. It was the first time I think I recognized as something other than, it was like, what the
You
But
knew
we
that
was
shit
at a
wasn't
friend's-
You knew that shit wasn't right.
Yeah, but they used to talk about this house. It was friends of my mom and stepdad's. We'd go there and they'd play cards and shit, and us kids would, whatever, do kid shit. But we was there one day, and it was just me and my mom and dude, and everybody else was gone, and he was down in the, well, we thought he was down in the basement working. We was upstairs, and we was, I forget what the hell we was doing, but there was like this little lid thing that you could see down in the basement, and we was handing him something or getting it or something, and we could hear the tools rustling down in the basement. We could look, and we could see his shadow. It was like, "Hey, Charlie," like, "Hey," and he wouldn't answer us, and then pretty soon he answered us, and he was in the living room. He was like, because we was in this bathroom that was back through the bedroom, and it was like, soon as he said, "Hey," the shadow disappeared. Me and my mom looked at each other like, what the was that?
That's on some Blair.
It was crazy because the shadow looked exactly like him. It was wild. But there's no way he could have came
Skinwalkers?
I don't know what
Shadow
it was.
people?
Shadow people. That's what I saw.
Hey, listen.
But they used to have wild shit happen in their house that, like, what was that Amityville horror where on the phone and all that shit? They had all that going on.
Hey, listen. Hey,
and he was in this, apparently that they had like he copped a Ouija board from somewhere.
See?
I don't know if they ever used it.
Kids, no, don't do it.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
But-
Don't do it.
But I guess he tried to take it out and burn it, and it wouldn't burn.
Of
and all
course
this
not.
crazy shit.
You know what? Did he already? It's because it was already used.
I don't know. I don't know. I was young.
See?
I don't know.
Wow.
At that point, I would never have that shit in my house.
Hell no. Like
or even touch
My
it
mom
or
bought
be
me one. I was
around
like,
it.
"Here, play with this."
Hell no.
For real, she did.
Wow.
man, and just to like,
Them shits is real, and if you don't know what you're doing, you better leave them alone.
leave that shit alone.
Even if you know what you're doing, you better leave it alone, because that's opening shit up you don't want to open up.
What
Trust
have
me.
you seen, Ed?
Because you don't know how to close it once you open it. Trust me, you don't.
I seen a shadow person.
What's
when
the
I was
mo-
like 18.
What's the most impactful? Is that the most impactful
Oh,
one
yeah.
for you?
I came out of a dead sleep and something was staring at me, but it was standing like you. It was behind my stereo, and my mind couldn't wrap itself around it. I got sleep paralysis. Like this thing was staring at me, and I was staring at it.
Like,
And then it took a step towards me, and I could hear its clothes move. And that's when I sat up in bed all of a sudden looking at it, and it just kind of faded into smoke. It just was gone.
I see a dude at Gattuso's all the time. That actually Johnny back there goes in between the studio and his office all the time. And I see an old dude, like wartime, but he's not in a war uniform. He's just in like the regular civilian clothes from back in them days.
do you think that? So do you think?
I
that
think
the
he's
way-
on a loop though, like one of them residual
I
haunting
was
things.
gonna say, like, do you
Yeah.
think that? So y'all know how in like most of the typical like ghost movies, it'll be like, oh, or the shows, they'll be like, oh, this ghost just didn't pass on, or,
Right,
and they'll be
yeah.
like, oh, well, the way that I know it's a ghost is because it's wearing Civil War clothing, or, but for you to say that makes me think, like, do ghosts like move with the time? Like, how does that work?
I don't know
Like,
what that is, to be honest with you.
because like some people, they'll be like, oh, well, I see the same ghost all the time. It's always wearing the same gown.
Well, this
same
would be a good
mask.
time to advertise Spirit and Sun clothing.
yeah.
Come on down. Modernize your ghost.
Energy
Modernize
never
that
ends.
ghost, man.
Mhm.
Energy never stops.
You gotta
Right.
modernize that ghost. Seriously, like,
Yeah.
because I can't imagine being a ghost, man, and I'm stuck over here wearing suits, ties, overalls, fedoras. Let me put on some new stuff, man. Let me put on a velour. Nas and O1 with the velour, man.
Dude, your old ghost gets out of them Civil War threads. It comes in with
It's
a nice
crazy.
tracksuit on.
Like, I
feeling
don't
all
want that
nice.
shit on.
That sounds
like, you better
awesome.
give me some. You better give me a Nike Tech.
Right?
No, that, hey, to touch on that real quick, the price of clothes going up over the span of 20, like, how does a t-shirt for $5? $5. The closest thing that we're getting to $5 now is a t-shirt from Walmart for $8.98.
Speaking of, hey Nick, we've got shirts here for $15. The Outhouse Podcast Media Farm
man.
T-shirts.
Like, aside from merch, of course, because yeah, that did sound pretty crazy. But no, like, yeah, man, just the cost of everything just going up over all these years. To grow up in a time where gas I don't know exactly. In
The
02.
band.
I was gonna say, man, like gas back in when I was growing up, if I remember correctly, it wasn't no higher than like $1.20.
When it first went over $1, everybody lost their mind.
Everybody
I
freaked
remember
out.
it
Now
being
it's
like
going over 4 and
60
5.
some, 70 cents.
Yeah, most
When
of
I
our
was a
childhood,
kid.
it was about that.
Uh-huh.
$20
98.
would fill your car
Fill your
easily.
whole car, man.
And then you could go to Taco Bell and get,
go to Taco Bell,
feed
go
a
to
couple
Michigan,
people.
come back, go to
Yeah.
Taco Bell again, then go
Right.
home.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man.
forgot to tell you, I found that 1954 Mickey Mantle pre-signing card.
Taco Bell made you think of that?
It was in a closet.
Live mas.
We'll have to look at that.
Oh,
after
wait,
we
it's
get
a
off the
gay
air.
card?
No, it's a baseball card.
Oh, well, you said it was in
It's-
the
it's
closet.
before rookie.
Ring those bells for sure.
54.
Yeah, hey, listen, I have, I think.
It's
do
a
I have
signing
any-
card or something weird.
Do I
it says.
have anything from anybody?
It wasn't even in the set.
Damn, I don't think I have.
I'm the
anything.
worst at that. I just throw it away. Unless it's got some major value, like I could sell it today.
That's why they call it dope.
I don't care.
Man, I don't think I have anything like from any famous people, to be honest with you.
You ain't see
Like,
no Bigfoots or no Dogman or no shit?
man. I feel like I've definitely seen. How do I put this? How do I describe it? Shit, it might have been. I don't know. It might have been. It might have been a chimera or
Giant
something,
woodland
man. Like,
creature.
because I'll never forget. I was in.
Arms
Doesn't she play in the
long enough
WNBA
to
Chimera?
scratch your ass.
He said, "What y'all know about them WNBA chimeras? Though I don't know nothing. Some of them be fine. I can't lie. But man, like I'll never forget. I was out on a late night stroll.
Bobby had the toilet out here earlier. We just don't know where we're gonna put it.
Man,
I was gonna
Bob
break
says,
it back
"Where's
out
the
again."
toilet,
so
man?"
where the cock is between those two, pushes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should put the toilet right there, or actually
We
put
can't
the
block the
put the
on-air
cock on
sign.
top of the toilet. But there's already something in the toilet though that
Right,
pops
then it'll
out.
pop
so,
up and knock the cock off.
I mean, I don't know. It just depends on. I mean,
Pop goes the shithead. That's a shithead.
That is a
You
shit.
didn't
Literally.
realize that, did
that
you?
ass.
No,
Yeah.
I told
What's
us
up,
now when you
shithead?
It's a
said it.
shithead.
I told
But
just
no,
now
like-
when
We're gonna
you
have to
said it.
name
It
him
looks like Pee Wee Herman's brother or something.
something shithead.
But yeah,
Shithead something.
Cherry.
late night stroll.
We always
seen
say the
some
joke.
very weird shit.
You know, we got the singing pig. You know why you F a duck and not a pig? Because the pig will squeal on you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be with the pigs, man. Hey, listen, that story I told earlier though about that lady behind.
Yeah.
That's a pig for real. Like she was eating that.
Our buddy Craig, he once effed a pig once. This lady was what, like 500 pounds, he says?
Yeah.
He said, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
It's still a pig. Nah,
And he's proud of it, too.
That reminds me of this
They
picture,
tried to
man.
set him up, and he knew it, and he did it anyway.
Yeah.
I read it. It was like, I don't care what gender you are. Just put on the maid outfit. Said, hey, a maid is a
He
maid.
said it smelled like flat tires and chalk.
You know what?
Damn.
Flat tires.
Burnt rubber.
Ooh. You know what? A blind gynecologist and a canine have in common?
I'm scared.
A wet nose.
Oh shit! I was gonna, man. See, I need to make my mind more superficial. I'm always thinking too deep about everything, man.
Just let it happen. Just trust me. I won't take you there.
He said, man, listen, just let it happen. Hey, if we get canceled, that's what it is. Media Farm talking shit about
That's
shit.
right.
But no, man. I mean, it's definitely a great vibe here. Like,
Hey, chill, man.
It's just amazing.
Chill.
We chill.
Man, they sound good back there tonight.
They do.
They sounded, oh my God,
It's a lot different
whimsical.
with them keys, and then he's jumping back and forth between keys
Yeah,
and bass.
she is.
Jimmy
Like,
is.
The eardrums.
Let me hold on.
are-
Let me hit the light for him, man. Look, I'll
Yeah.
see him turn as soon as I hit that light. Oh, we're on,
Hey,
boys.
man, shout out y'all.
Now I feel like we need like a lounge singer in there
I
too.
know.
Like they keeping this a vibe. Like they keeping this a vibe. This is beautiful.
Shibbity-boo-doo.
Hey, by the way, man, anybody who came out is supporting right now, thank y'all. Thank y'all. This podcast is dope.
We're going to be here all week.
Yeah, let's see. Hey, and they said they might have something in store for y'all for me soon, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll get you penciled in there.
We went from having a lot of open dates to no open
yeah,
dates.
we feel, yeah.
Right.
Hey, you get
That's how
it. You
it
get it
goes.
where you can, man. You know, I don't ever stress. I know
Depends
that-
on. I'm still waiting on, like I said, the Grateful Dead guys. So
Right.
whether they might be open or not depends on what they're doing.
Well, the last questions.
Yeah, it is that time, isn't it?
Is it already? Yeah, sure is. Ain't it?
We're
Sure
rolling
is.
right up on
Coming
it
up
now.
on it. Yeah, 3 minutes till 2 hours. Wow. It went by like that.
Went by
So
like that.
fast.
Feel like I just lived 3 lifetimes.
It just goes so quick.
Oh man, we really, even though you know we didn't like, I still feel like we dug deep enough and knew a lot of things today.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
man, just to get a little bit of an idea, you know, the vibe I got.
Tell everybody where they can find you again.
Oh man, you can find
In
me
case you
on
didn't know.
Instagram. This is all one word.
You can
GRiMM
find me
Van
in the
Gogh.
comments.
GRiMM as in mad. VANGOGH. That's on Instagram. I also have a new Facebook page that also has the same name. However, it has spaces. That'll be GRiMM space VAN space GOGH. And then, you know, be on the lookout for Blitzkrieg. It's going to be dropping Black Friday this year.
Blitzkrieg.
So, you know, I'm
Nice.
excited for that, man. And
Actually,
by the way,
they was laying down a tune you could have been in like
yeah, man.
Grim Van Gogh.
Shoot.
And I also, I may or may not be dropping a video before I drop that album. So,
Cool.
you know, I will definitely have Media Farm in the loop.
I
The
think-
Outhouse will be in the loop.
Yeah, we're
For
on Instagram. It's MediaFarm_23 or 24. Yeah, I think.
Media Farm
I'm about to look at it now.
_24.
I think we're on a bunch of other shit, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't control it. So.
I think you should ask him your last question, because mine's for all of us old folks.
I have found it.
I don't know. He was thinking about the beaver at 4 years old. I think you could ask him. So, you know what I mean? Just ask him.
Yeah, man. What you got?
What doesn't he's not looking back on life, he's looking forward. So
suppose.
what do you see looking forward for
Oh, man.
Grim Van Gogh?
Hopefully by
What do you want to do?
man.
Besides Whitney Houston's ghost.
Truthfully, man, I just want my art to inspire people. Like, and I don't mean that in like, oh, this guy's coming on here spewing that typical savior book. No, I genuinely like, if anybody's ever having like a bad day, they hear my music, they're like, damn, shit could be worse. But then they get like reinvigorated, they get re-strengthened.
It's invigorating.
They feel like, man, I can push through anything
Like BP.
just because I heard this song today.
That's all.
Like I'm about that. Like I really want there to be a message that is received from my music. Like, and it's not even like, sure, doing it to be lucrative is great if that's your career, but people don't realize that shit is so hard to keep up with. To do it every day, to have so many people who know you come up to you like, "Yo, when's the new music coming out? When are you doing this? When are you doing that?" It's not even just with music. It's just when you're a curator in general. People are always looking for the next thing, and yeah, I'm always, like you said, you know, I'm always looking for the next thing. So hopefully by next year, on some sort of other, you know, doing more freestyles, you know, just trying to get out there more. You know,
How about
that's
some
the goal.
venues? Have you been to any venues out
Man,
here?
I have performed a total of performed in front of a metal crowd. That was the first crowd I ever performed in front of, was a metal crowd.
How was that
And
received?
that was 2022.
How'd that go?
Man, they were so warming. They were so welcoming. It was
That's
crazy.
awesome.
And mind you, like,
Yeah,
and I went in there.
that's how it go.
I did metal vocals, for the first time in front of people. And they were like, yo, like, we didn't, like, that's your first time doing that? I was like, yeah. They were like, we couldn't tell. I'm like, man, I don't do this on the regular. I just do this shit to be funny. Like, but yeah, man, I definitely want to get into more venues. That was at the Alpine Meadery up towards Massillon. Mick Alpine, I think it's Mick Alpine Meadery if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I was in there, done like it was a local little show for James. I did one there. I did one at the Oracle. I did 2 at the Oracle. The first one was with a good friend of me and James. His name is Marcus Wayne. He was supposed to actually show up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find him and anyway. But no, yeah, like I've done a couple.
I just didn't know if you had any coming up.
It's fun as hell, man. Like,
probably gonna let them guys go when we jump off here in a minute.
Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
So,
how much money I owe
what's
you?
the nastiest thing you ever had in your beard?
You said the nastiest thing?
You ever had in your beard? Yeah.
Let's see. Nastiest thing I've ever had.
He's gonna lean forward me like Denise.
It's Tracy.
Man.
He didn't tell the rest of that story where he went back to the town manor.
I'm not like a gross dude. The worst thing that I would have, I don't think I would.
I had spaghetti in it once, man.
I mean, you know.
With an H.
You know, I can relate to those cats. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as I'll go. I can relate to those.
I got you.
Other than that, though, nothing really. Nothing crazy. Like.
Asking the real question.
To the best of my knowledge, they're the first person that ever got that question asked on this show. So that
how do you,
second,
y'all,
I think.
I mean, we all had, how do y'all, we bearding out here, man. How y'all feel about it? At 22, how do you feel? Like, does it look good?
I'm going to be 51.
Beard,
and
you got a beard.
Thank you.
I like it in the winter. I don't like it in the summer.
Listen, hey, I cut my shit to a chin strap or a goatee in the summertime. I can't.
I ride a Harley, so it's face protection.
He says that wind. I can't
keep some bugs bouncing off
it's
of
only
it.
the second
Feels
time
like
I've
you're
ever had
getting
one.
hit with knives when you're going
This is only the second
more than
time I've
20
ever
miles
had
per
one.
hour.
Really?
I can't stand
He's
it.
over there looking
They're
like
itchy
Grizzly
and-
Adams and
He's got
shit.
He's got the,
Whoa.
yeah, he's got the Kris Kringle look going on.
Man,
Merry Christmas.
man. Hey, speaking of Kris Kringle, man, how do y'all feel about when they made up Krampus to be the opposite? Do you feel like
Krampus.
you like that? Y'all
That's
like
a
that
old
myth?
story. That's a
Great story.
legend over in Germany is where
Right.
I think that's spawned from. Yeah.
That shit is really scary when you think about it.
Krampus.
Over here being naughty and then just this black demon. This demon, man, just comes to get you.
This
You know,
Christmas
over in
time.
the States, that means a whole other thing.
Yeah, it
that-
means a whole nother
It's
thing.
what happens in
wife.
the women's menstrual cycle. They get the Krampus,
comes to get you.
messes them all up.
Man,
It haunts us all.
Or
the
somebody
Krampus.
else's wife comes to get you.
comes to get you, man.
Anyway, the real question is, if you had a chance to eat dinner with anybody, any time period of anywhere,
Ooh,
blah, blah,
shit.
blah, and all that, except for Jesus, who would it be?
Oh shit.
Anybody.
Anybody, anywhere, anytime, but they got to be passed. It's somebody
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
it's
with
gotta
us
be
anymore.
passed.
Yeah. Somebody that's passed away.
I always forget to say that, don't I?
That's all right. I mean,
I just
you.
assumed it.
Damn.
I got you.
When
Who
you say
is that
any time period,
Who
you know.
is that intriguing to me? It's probably a very cliche answer.
No.
I gotta. There's something about Kurt Cobain, man. There's something
That's a
about
different
him.
one.
Yeah.
Like, to be as free as he was, but to also be so trapped. And I think that's why, like, I kind of
Rick Rubin.
like, for Lithium, it's about being bipolar.
I don't know why that just
Come as you are.
Because
I don't
I
give
don't
a.
know.
I don't
Kurt
care what you
Cobain
look like. I don't care where you at.
triggered me on
mentally.
that.
I don't care who you are. Come as you are.
Like
Like, for him to, he was just so down to earth, but he was also so extreme, and you just want to know, like, what is it about
man,
you? What happened to you? What made you want to do what you did? As they say,
Torment.
I got
honestly, I
banana
don't.
oil. I don't buy
I have
it.
a 50-50, you know.
I don't buy it.
50-50, yeah. I don't know
buy
about
it.
that. I don't
I
know
don't
if it
buy
really
it.
happened like they say.
Yeah,
And I
How can you
swear
know?
that I don't
But
have a gun.
It's crazy, man. Like, I think the reason why it is a 50-50 is because as a bipolar myself and to be at the lowest low and know what that feels like, that's why I could see why it could have happened, but at the same time, like, they were so big at the
They
time.
killed that cracker.
I ain't buying it.
Like, must have. Just to be so talented. Like,
But the torment brings out the greatness. But the greatness brings out the torment in the greatest way. So, I mean, who knows?
Damn, I had a thought once, but now it's gone.
His girlfriend was a hole.
Like, share, subscribe.
She sure was.
The haunted hole.
Yeah.
It's from Moose Crack, Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm. Camel toe.
Camel
Dust
toe.
bell.
That's it.
Saskawanianian.
There it is.
listen, man. Feminine energy, very divine, indeed. I feel like, man.
Yeah.
We want to thank Grim Van Gogh.
I want to thank
for
y'all.
coming in
Thank
and
Media
sitting with
Farm.
us.
Thank the Outhouse. Thank y'all, man.
Yeah.
He'll be coming back,
Coming
do
in.
Chicken Coop live. We'll get him penciled in there
Keep
somewhere.
you posted.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm going to probably put up a thing with everybody's things as soon as I get a couple more confirmations.
You articulated that so well. Put
Did
up
I?
a thing with everybody's things.
Yeah,
Put
put
in
up a
the things with
little
everybody's
commercial
things.
thing with all their dates
Yeah.
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Thank you,
All
Bob.
that sort of joy. You're supposed
Bob,
to call
baby.
one of them guys. They call me. Yeah, guys, I don't know why you would call me while I'm on the podcast. Like I'm going to answer my phone while I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Not no more.
And if you and I hear tell you got internet, so y'all just get on that messenger and you can call him. But they don't have no Facebook or nothing, huh?
Oh,
guys
yeah.
like, what's this?
Yes, they do.
Well, then you
Fellas
can
are
call
great
this.
with the
You can
times.
call this cracker on Messenger, man.
Hey, man. Thank
Come
everybody
on.
who popped out tonight. I know I was a very unexpected guest, but
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for even having me on, man.
Very
You'll get some.
welcome.
Alright,
You'll
y'all.
get some plays in syndication on
It was a
our,
damn good show.
Lots of fun.
Jolly good show.
But we're going to get out of here because we got things to do. And I'm going
Right.
to go ahead and send it back to them guys in the back there and let you guys watch them for a minute. And we're going to get out of here. So peace out, y'all.
Peace,
Till next
y'all.
time.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bang, go.
Oh, shit.
He's got to pee.